Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there was a king and queen who had no children. They were very sad because all the other kings and queens had children except for them. And so they went to see a wizard to ask for a child. The wizard said, "I can give you a child, but he won't be any ordinary child. He will be a cartoon character. Do you still want him?" The king and queen thought about it. All the other kids were normal, but they had no one to blame when things went wrong. So they said, "Yes, we want a cartoon character as our son." And so the wizard waved his magic wand, and poof, the king and queen had a baby boy. They named him Toony, and Toony grew up looking just like this. He had big black eyes with white pupils like a cat's. His nose was round like a ball. His mouth was shaped like a crescent moon, and whenever he talked, he sounded like this. "I'm gonna go play now, Mama. I'm gonna go play now, Papa." And then he would run off somewhere, usually getting into some kind of trouble. Like one time he was playing with a wooden block and he said, "Oh, I'm trapped." And then he pretended to cry, but really he was laughing. The king and queen found him and asked, "What happened?" And Toony replied, "I'm stuck. Help me." And so the king and queen tried to pull the block off Toony, but it didn't work. Then the king got really angry and shouted, "Get out of your room, you dirty animal. You're grounded." And Toony said, "But I just got here." Then the king got even angrier and shouted, "I'm gonna take away your console." And Toony said, "But I don't have a console." Then the king realized that he couldn't do anything. Toony wasn't an ordinary kid. He was a cartoon character. He could break the fourth wall, and he could make fun of anyone he wanted. So the king and queen took Toony back to the wizard and said, "He's too powerful. Please fix him." The wizard waved his magic wand, and poof, Toony became a normal kid. And the king and queen were very happy. Now they could yell at him and punish him, and he wouldn't be able to do anything about it. From that day on, Toony became the most obedient kid in the world. He would always listen to his parents. He would always help them clean the house, and he never got into any trouble. But one day, while Toony was playing in the garden, he saw a beautiful butterfly, and he chased after it. He ran past the garden wall without noticing it, and he landed right in the middle of a busy street. Cars honked at him, and people shouted at him, and Toon had no idea what to do. Then suddenly, a kind woman driving a red convertible stopped in front of him and said, "Hey, little boy. What are you doing in the middle of the road? Get in my car. I'll take you home." Toony hesitated for a moment, but then he got in the car and the woman drove him home. When Toony's parents saw him, they were so relieved. They hugged him and thanked the woman for bringing him back. And then they all went inside the house. From that day on, Toony never left the house without his parents. He never played outside again. And he lived happily ever after with his parents in their big castle. The end.